Alright, hello. I'm back with some Genshin. Don't mind me standing outside this domain that I was farming for Scara in earlier, and my spoon just fell out of my ice cream onto my hand. Love that.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
But I realized I was very close to having Scara triple crowned, so I was like, oh, let me farm that real quick. And then my internet crashed this morning. And so I didn't finish that. Don't you dare fall again. I just need to go claim my rewards and then that'll go away. Okay. Daily commissions. Let me take care of that real quick. I need to do the event.
Add Astra.
But for now, MSQ.
Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
Yippee! And also, look at that. I mined 5 things. Not 5 things, 10 things. Okay. Yep. Oh, that's why I don't have that one. Okay. I don't actually remember where MSQ is. I assume it's out here somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. Because my last stream also had internet issues. Let me go ahead and track it, just so I don't get confused. Shinies go this way. But yeah, I had to drop the last stream suddenly because my internet just entirely crashed. Can I buy things from you? Okay, I already have your recipe. That looks really yummy. Yeah, my internet crashed, and I had to bail, because it was also close to time to pick up my roommate, and I didn't know how long it would take to catch up, because I didn't know how far back it set me. It wasn't that bad. It's just back to the start of the cutscene, so... Could have been a whole lot worse. Hi, kitty. I still wish it would let me pet the kitty. I've been casually pulling for Nefer to get my pity up. And now that Arlecchino and Zhongli are about to rerun, I'm like, oh, I want them both. I already have both of them, but like, the cons would be nice. But also I should focus on getting Arlecchino's weapon, because I don't have
Yes,
that.
Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh, please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful.
How do they get to those top books? The ladders don't go up that far. Wait. I didn't even realize that's where the box was. I just picked a spot at random to look.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed
That is
mail.
really thick cardboard.
And probably some letters that ended up here by mistake, too. Let's take a look.
Oh, this again.
A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown buildings. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about anything. Who was it addressed to? I don't recognize the name, but it must have been a Kasharawar professor. This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms. Why do all these letters read like full-blown dissertations?
The academia for you.
Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our minds soared around in circles, looking for a branch to seek refuge on. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenic substances, but I believe there are still people getting away with it. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance after using incense. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, "The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. Stamped by the Grand Conservator of the House of Dana."
How do you know that the sender was high when they wrote it?
This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar. A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region, as per the policy to this effect. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities that are, in any meaningful sense, equal to those enjoyed by their peers. As well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring, they do not even have full access to the Akasha system. Education is the
clicked too
fundamental
soon.
purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students truly the standard of pedagogy to which the academia aspires? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was everyone else in this institution. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others, and listen to some alternative opinions. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is... Huh? Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership. Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. Moving on. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it did, where else would it end up if not in this box? I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one box. The whole House of Dana is boxes on shelves. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Who has that much free time on their hands? Wait, could this be it?
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased and told me your name. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business, and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details, so we could stay in touch. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the academia and help us find a way to make a better living. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard times, and I would like to ask for your assistance. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into Iyab and Unut territory in search of an alternate water source. The Iyab and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes up until now. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain to incur their wrath. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if you could send an academia representative to meet with me. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert, and I told you a little about my daughter, Nefer. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia? She is a smart girl. I know she won't disappoint you.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even remember the name Sinue. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most powerful chief in the whole desert. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world and delivered on none of it. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Despite your best efforts. Which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even any good at it. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done.
She really just said, okay, I'm gonna do it better. And honestly, I love her for it. I have to actually go up that ramp. Hang on. Academia is so pretty.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Nefer? You packed your bags.
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was.
Hard
But
won.
doesn't
It was
matter.
luck of the draw.
I have more important things
They
to
said,
deal
hey,
with, and they can't
take
wait.
this kid.
Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects. Don't use it all at once, alright?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But you said it's a rare and valuable commodity.
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it, it's fine.
But Nefer...
Alright, that's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah, I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
And yet, even now, going through your memories, you remember her. Hello? Hello? Computer mouse? Ayo! How's it going? I'm good. Aside from me choking on my ice cream a second ago.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
Pretty good. Been
So, what does the
going through
academia
MSQ today,
want?
because
Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all
I mean, I
special
certainly
ambassadors
play
share
other
my
stuff.
admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance
I
of power in
play
the desert
Final Fantasy
reduced the
XIV.
once great
I
civilizations of
play
this region
Honkai
to
Star
rubble
Rail,
and sand.
although I'm
Story of
really
Eab
behind on
changed
Star
their
Rail.
trajectory. Others grew weak.
Um,
You grew strong.
I play Siege
Beginning in
occasionally.
obscurity and moving to prosperity. You're the only ones who defied the trend.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with.
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength.
I
is it
think
not?
I tried it
It used to belong
once.
to the Unut,
I'm
but it looks
not
like
a
you have
big
control
fan
over
of
it now.
shooters.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Shooters or
just to
battle
flatter us.
royales, either one.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light. might
I've done
steal
it
your ticket to
off and
freedom.
on for years,
Records uncovered by
trying
the
to get through
Bahumayadan
college and
Shah
whatnot. I wasn't
show
very
that a certain
stable, and
well
then
currently
life
under Eab
happened.
control
So I've only in the past few months
ruins.
been able to
These
do it
ruins are of
consistently.
great archaeological interest to the academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
I'm
it's more fun when
confident
I've got
that
people
this
around,
is the
so...
well in question. The academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I cut their heads off one by one.
What? I don't think that's gonna go well for you.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You don't want to make an enemy of the academia. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more important things to worry about.
All right, I take your point. The academia is the highest
What you got,
authority
man?
in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eob hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together, in celebration of this momentous occasion.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eob's military superiority, and yet...
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. Perhaps there is a traitor in your midst.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
framing I have right now
I'm
isn't
obliged
a
to
permanent
remind you,
thing,
Chief, that the academia
and
will
my
only deal
chat
with the
box is too
de facto power
tall
holders.
still.
If you cannot regain control
To adjust
over
that in
the
stream
well,
elements.
I'm afraid you won't see a single
Why do you
Mora
do
of
that
that
to
50
me?
million.
No, please, Ambassador, just give me some time.
But yeah, that
I swear
the
the
red
Unut
framing I
will
have right
not
now
go
is
away with
honestly
this.
just
That well
meant
is
to
ours, and so is the Mora.
Glad to
place
hear it.
things,
I will
and then
wait
I'll
here for an update.
figure out
If there
making it
is
look
a
pretty when I
traitor,
have
I will find them.
some free time.
In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Much obliged.
Okay.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an amazing
I mean, I'm all for
feeling.
suggestions.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our
I don't really-
tribe instead of the Eab.
Not in the position to be able to
The
commission
Eab
any
are
help or
ruthless
hire anyone to
murderers
help,
who don't
but
listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere
free
in our
suggestions
research
are always
projects
cool.
in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief, if you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing thin. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, you'd start a bloody war.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the Eab, which makes you our natural allies. Natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized
cool.
rulers
Good on
of
you,
the
man.
desert in this matter. We are asking for excavation rights to that well, and our offer is 50 million Mora.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well, and the Mora's yours. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything.
Orb.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special at all. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. What a joke. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today,
Maybe so,
our
but
tribes people
again,
would still be alive.
I don't have money
In this dog
to,
dog world, a
you know,
chief needs to be tough
be
to
hiring
survive.
anyone to help or
But you
commissioning
couldn't
any
do
assets
what
or
had to be
anything.
done. So I did it for you.
Because while I love streaming and I do want to grow,
All of this is in the past.
I'm currently a one-man
I
show
believe I remember
because that is
you
all that I have the
promising to
capacity
remain
for.
silent.
Yeah, but even so.
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for us there?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from. The power to peer into other people's minds.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religions.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General
Sino!
Sino. The
Oh,
spirit
my
of
love.
Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Sethos too.
Hey, I just
What
got
about
him the other day.
Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way.
And yet somehow, I know nothing about Sethos.
Please, this is the bare bone basics. Save the flattery. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to
Let me
take
focus
in.
on my game, Blood.
With any luck,
Um,
that's our exit
but again,
just up ahead.
I can't invest in anything right now. I'm sure you've got great stuff, and, you know, good on you for trying to promote yourself, but currently I am not in a position to be a client.
Uh-oh. 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 I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it before.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
What was that headpiece staying on the cat?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides,
He's
these
so
are my
cute.
memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course, it's almost over.
Okay, so about that nothing to fear.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
Hello?
How repulsive.
Pain. Oh, now he's trying to break out of the box.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
Really just had to play the dramatic role there, huh? And to get back to you, now that the dramatic cutscene is over, payment policies and discounts aside, $0 of budget is still 0. I can't do anything for you right now, bud.
It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the relentless hostility of the desert, while my tribal home lay in ruins. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power to seek the truth, but I don't believe that's the full story. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out, this is an act of favoritism.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here.
So cute.
As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful indeed. The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nod-Krai. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lauma, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command,
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Ray Hero of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for now.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Lindens nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Ray Hero of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments and see if there is any validity to my suspicions.
What a
That
little
being said,
nerd.
regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation. Already, it has greatly enriched my understanding of the entity we face.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next stage of our plan.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
Does Dane
It's
ever
just-
look happy?
When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort.
Yehoda in the background just playing with
My
the cat
heart
while
goes
they're
out
having
to
this
you.
serious conversation.
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are secrets and lies. And the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone. Yet, none of that can begin to compare with the complexity of human life.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover. She's been through an awful lot today.
That's very thoughtful of you, Llama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. No need. Come on, let's talk outside. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that happens.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case. So, how long have we got?
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is, and what a long and storied history it has. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question. 2 days, at most.
Oh, that is not a long time.
Holy moly! Can we even recruit enough help in that time?
That remains to be
Paimon,
seen.
we could recruit most of Tevat. Would they realistically be able to make the trip from, Mondstadt or whatever? I don't know. I don't know how long that takes. Albedo and Durin did it, but I don't know how long it took them.
Talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so here's what we're thinking. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into
What's the
this.
plan?
Firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
I'm an honorary knight. You're the Grand Master. That makes you my boss, actually.
It's all of us against the Raher of Solnari, or none of us stand a chance.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all this on?
I want to do everything within my power. The Raher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for everyone else involved.
Putting yourself in the most dangerous position.
Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in,
And that is
most people weigh up the risks and rewards
a
in
lot
situations like
coming
this.
from Jean.
But you seem to just march towards danger without a moment's hesitation. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the
This
Grand
Mountain Dew
Master
really
of the
ain't
Knights
that
of
good.
Favonius,
I'm really
and
sad
you
about
are
it.
our honorary knight.
I wanted my normal
I
Mountain
want to
Dew,
make
not the
sure your
Midnight.
courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
Well, I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
Very knightly bow. Hey, that's horrifying to put that weight on my shoulders right this second. Man, this shop is so much simpler than the Honkai shop. I didn't realize how convoluted that shop was. I really should start saving my pity for that so I can get early. Saving my pity. Saving my wishes. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I got close enough either way, even if I'm on the bottom floor. It's fine.
But I do have one last question before we take action. How can we be sure that our enemy won't leave the designated area?
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
The Frost Moon.
She's so
Scions are
cute.
behind
I love Aino so much.
And the rest of you?
I'm not usually a big fan of the child characters, but I love her.
No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone
Okay,
does
but
their
can he
part.
come help out?
Flint's and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be
It
glad
probably
you
wouldn't be a
accepted
good
our help.
idea for D-Luke to be this close to Shiznaya.
You are the last person I expected to see.
But don't worry
here
about
this
it.
morning.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangamabe. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise?
Do you really think Nefer doesn't have the money?
Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything.
Okay.
If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nod-Krai is gonna go down the drain!
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kovaki, and then Nefer went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big in my life!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set, and we call it even?
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
Time to chat with everybody. Oh, no, we're just going to go talk to Dory. Okay.
Dory! How are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would let an opportunity like this slip by? Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all, even higher than the sellers taking advance orders. Ta-da! See? It's right here! Oh, it's so pretty! Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer. Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them for
My
you.
boy!
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the Dendro Archon. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together
That is a
a
large
research
chunk of
team
text.
made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated, but if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon about it sometime. Anyway,
Can I just go talk to Kaveh?
the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashar War talents, he was the obvious choice.
My boy.
Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kaveh for you. Marak
And
delivered
that
it to
is
me a
why
couple of days
I
ago,
relate
along
so
with a
heavily to
letter from
Kaveh.
Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities? So nosy. My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
Could be, could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. because it would involve grave danger.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of stuff. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the potential dangers that lie ahead. Huh? What does that look mean?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big, beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. But there are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or showing some kindness. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangamabe is the best in the business. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to face whatever comes. Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do, so long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangamabe business model. Alright.
That seems like a very finicky
I do say so, and
business
that's the
model.
point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. You'll exhaust yourself. Much easier for everyone involved if you just take my word for it. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite assistants.
My boys! Oh, the little doodle of Albedo and Durin. I love those loading screens purely for the doodles.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
The way that crab in the background blinked annoys me.
Findings, however,
His eyes are just wiggling. It's not actual blinking.
You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptatir, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life
camera
form he has
focus,
become
please.
today. It's a
Hello.
strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal
There we
being
go.
channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Reihir of Solnari either.
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
All right then.
You guys also please be careful.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady, what are you saying?
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen.
Lama, you are really just wrecking their lives. You changed their entire belief system, and now you're like, hey, greatest threat in the world.
I must do what I think is right.
Sending these guys into one crisis after another.
Fighting for the future of Nod-Krai. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and sound.
He's so awkward. I love him. Wait, why is there a chest just sitting there? Hello? Oh, they just chillin'. Oh, okay. I guess we're fighting. I didn't hit that long enough, anyhow. Anyways. Oh, okay. Hi, Dane.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleff?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainsleif is yours. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed
Well,
it
yeah,
the
she's
first
the
time we met.
moon.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life. Some friendship, that is.
Okay. So, do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. And even now, they still support me. Which means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there? I think they've been listening.
My bad.
Shall we say hello?
I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
Hello.
They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Recher of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time, but I will seriously consider joining you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that!
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to eventually.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Actually, yes, I do. I was about to be like, do I know the place? Yeah, this is the same place that Arlecchino pulled out her portal, so yeah. I do know this place, in fact. These puddles don't splash and I'm mad about it. I guess maybe it's more of just wet sand than an actual puddle. Oh, hey look, it's me. Hi, me.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
I think we all are.
I'm reminiscing on my past.
Or not. Okay, just
When I
make me
was awakened
immediately...
by the Ratniki, I had
Immediately
not
make me
touched a weapon
eat
in
my
many
words.
years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. A life of absolute peace is simply not a possibility for me. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But don't worry, I got enough sleep in the end. I'll be just fine. Please, I'm just doing my part.
Never! Over here!
Did you think she was gonna go somewhere else?
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
Oh.
The chess set's looking a little unstable.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage at a moment's notice.
No.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the option.
I agree.
Oh boy.
Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
I love them.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts.
Oh boy.
Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the
Oh,
authors
the eye on
of
his
your
hand.
own
That's
demise.
creepy.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Oh.
Stay on your toes.
Oh, I don't get my shield. Oh no. Oh gosh, okay.
Move.
What if I don't want to move? Yeep. Ow. Okay, okay. Ow, ow, ow. So you like to do two little ones and then a big one. Except that time you didn't do a big one.
Hunt them down.
Oh, I'm Hydro. Okay. Why am I Hydro? I guess probably to make the lunar stuff work better. Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't hide the truth.
Let me help you guys. Big this!
Oh. Oh, he has so much HP. Oh no. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Ah! I was not expecting you so close.
the dark.
Ow. Hey, should I eat something? I should probably eat something. Give me some defense and damage boosts. Versus all party shield strength. That doesn't help. I don't have shield strength. Attack and crit rate, but
With one heart, we pray.
ow. Ow. Stop that.
Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
I missed. How dare you? Ow! Stop knocking me over.
Moon. Futile.
Ow.
With the moon, and so
Where are
shall
you?
it end.
Oh, that way.
The moon will protect you.
That was the wrong one. There you are.
Do you see now?
Aha.
Close your eyes.
Pitiful here. When will it be as you foretold?
Steady now.
Howie.
Keep your distance. Your foul spirit is not welcome here.
No more lies. Seek within.
For the everlasting forest.
Bombs away!
Howie. Howie.
Observe.
Stop it.
Close. Are you quite finished? Do you fear the dark?
Water jet!
I didn't mean to hit my food thing that many times.
Steady now.
Futile.
Ow.
Do you fear the dark?
Moonlight betrays you.
Close your eyes.
Howie.
Futile.
Forest, protect.
Be silent. Are you quite finished?
Moonlight betrays you.
Close your eyes.
Futile.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Move. Your little game of heroics is over.
Stop running away, sir.
Who wants to go first?
Oh. Oh no. Why would you refill your health bar? Can I have that as a weapon?
We've been separated!
Oh no.
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
Oh.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lelma! Can you hear me?
Hold on. Silence.
The voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just keep stalling him. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
Okay, so this is just a don't die. Got it.
No more lies.
Ow.
Can't hide the truth.
Wipe out!
The mystery unravels. No more lies.
I don't know how to use Nefer or Hydro Traveler. Give me Flynn's back. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Seek within. Can't hide the truth.
Water jet!
Ow. Ow.
Water jet!
Oh. Oh no.
I've got this! The shield's broken.
Okay.
I can't keep this up.
Ow.
Don't push your luck.
Death is within my grasp.
It all adds up. Can't hide the...
Bombs away!
The deception ends
Oh.
here.
It didn't do the thing.
Destroyed.
Ow. Not fair. I jumped.
Water jet!
No more lies. Seek within.
Wipe out!
Oh, my foot's falling asleep. Oh no. Ow.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Go! Bombs away!
The deception ends here. No more lies. It all adds up. No more lies. The mystery unravels.
Go! Water jet!
Ow.
Wipe out!
It all adds up. No more lies.
Ow.
Curses. There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power.
Now you explain the plan in the middle of the fight.
While you two bear the brunt of his attacks, you have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Well, he's definitely focused on the two of us.
Your eyes are bleeding.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then I will reduce you to dust.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Blood dripping down the screen.
See them. As entertaining as they are, you've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarier.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid.
Oh boy.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
Hi, baby.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
On the back of my chair. No? Okay. I would love to slow that down and do a frame by frame of what moves he is doing there.
You use my own
Can't go
power
after the
against me.
popcorn. Popcorn?
Just like
Ice
how
cream.
you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rarier.
We won.
Literally just blasted him into outer space like Team Rocket.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
Hey, what?
Let me handle it.
He's a kitty.
Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever seen you do.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. You traded your eyes for an incredible victory. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome, and I don't want you to lose your sight for good. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make, whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even see. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest.
I feel like someone else should get her home since she can't see.
Bravely and achieved a spectacular victory.
Can I
A dark
help you?
cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nod-Krai. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both.
It's not visible, but Nyx is behind me, grabbing my shoulder. Okay, Yehoda came to help her get home.
There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Huh. Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kuthar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
Where was Flynn during all of that?
How you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew, well that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those.
All I did was sit up. How you gonna say I'm in perfect health for sitting up? She's just stroking my back. Oh, hi. That time you fully grabbed me. Yeah.
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Hi, my love.
I see you've recovered.
You bet. Snooze his way to a full recovery.
Glad to hear it. A healthy body is paramount. Nothing else in life is possible without it. So take it slow. You can't afford an injury.
Paimon too! You really saved the day when you swooped in to open that gateway!
I came to accept that although Rerir was my friend in the past, here and now, he was an enemy that must be defeated. Though I will never fully understand what happened between us, I could not let this crisis deepen any further. We fought a very necessary battle, and you played your part admirably.
Yeah! And if you ever need to talk, just remember, we're always here.
I'll do that.
Please stay and talk to me. I know you're this whole lone wolf character, but you don't have to be.
Well, for starters, I recommend you drink less.
Hi, Barca.
I thought of 1,000 ways to congratulate you, but now you're here, words are failing me.
The honorary knight stuns them speechless once again!
Salute! Oh, I love him.
Well said. The honorary knight showed us all how it's done. The other knights tell me that Mondstadt was the first stop on your journey. All of us are truly delighted to count you as our friend. I'd like to thank you for supporting the Knights of Favonius, and also for helping us save Nod-Krai. Nonsense! Of course I'm gonna mention it. This is more than just business. It's a relationship. And there can be no relationship without showing gratitude where it's due.
You were so spoiled, you know that, girly? Oh good, her eyes are open again.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still healing.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehuda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Oh, sure. I'm coming. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. Grab us some drinks on the way back. Paimon, you still like them sweet?
You bet! Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it!
Sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him, and why the other tribes ganged up on him. Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making, but it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes a very kind person to find compassion even for liars. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me.
Am I not allowed to dance? Can I not wiggle to the tune of the music?
So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like?
Not Varka, just staring at us. Hi, buddy.
Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world,
like me?
you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend. But don't forget, I will also be watching you like a hawk.
Like me?
Very good.
I have to make the hawk joke, I'm sorry.
Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something. After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Oh yeah, I forgot about us having a mystery ally. Who the fuck? Oh.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
Okay, well now we gotta go investigate.
That close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco 2 than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't
X,
bothered
you
me in a
have
while.
claws, please.
I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on.
Are we talking about the
He'll go
Torre?
lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Who are we talking about? Where is Flynn's?
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the Academia?
Specifically Kaveh.
When you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the Curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nod-Krai, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into, but after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long time.
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, it just gets rid of it. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye. It's become a vague impression.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm as happy as can be. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Hey, Parka.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nod-Krai. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important to learn how to respond to words of admiration.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
Yes, ma'am.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
I'm so small next to him.
Seems like you've recovered.
Even sitting down, I look tiny.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
You know better than I do.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
As much as a dragon can.
You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the
Albedo really
idea
got
of
that
feeling his
blue-eyed
power
stare
and
going.
against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him than staying in limbo.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now, it's time to kick back and celebrate.
Can we eat something other than bread? That is all we have on all of the tables. Like, that's been a consistent thing across Nod-Krai, is we just be eating bread.
That's the only reason you're here. Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends.
My baby!
This is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you. Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now. Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers? What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down. If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point? Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door. Will you still invite me to your next tea party? What? Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Oh, hey, there's a oculi up there.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time? We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over. Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rahier of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was. Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh? Oh, don't you worry about that.
There's another oculi over there.
Right off. The visitor
And they're
you managed to kill my appetite.
just gonna drop me somewhere at the end of all of this.
Go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead. Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations. You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings.
They're on coasters. What are
I
you?
doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer. Who else? Pretty much all the mecha in Fontaine are his personal handiwork. Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally? As a friend? I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been such a waste. So, that's where the formulas in your notebook are from? I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, 'cause I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them, but it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end, the prophecy would come true, the apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics began to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more.
Hi, baby.
But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. What a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive and insightful answer if we dug into it further. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in the labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful
That's
of
fair.
it, having seen the way it had affected his closest friend. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazi-Kreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazi-Kreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered.
So pretty.
At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazi-Kreuz Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with its work. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Nazi-Kreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions to have a successful career. They didn't want to see all of that taken away in one fell swoop. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storms of life. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
Yep, they took me away. Oh. 500.
Boats are
Boy.
transferring commodities back and forth.
Now what do I
Those
do?
that come across Liyue tend to stay a while.
I know exactly what I do. I go play the event quest. I'm gonna finish farming for Scara first. I'm also going to climb this. Oh, there's a cliff there. I'm gonna climb this and get the thing up there. Is there probably a teleport that gets me at least part of the way? Yeah, but that's okay. We don't need teleporters in here. I opened Spotify earlier, and I looked at my on-repeat section, and the first two things were Writing on the Wall and Nod-Krai. Like, okay, I get it, Spotify. I like my Genshin music.
Solidify!
You're mine!
Switch characters, you fool!
Into the wind!
This is order.
Maybe a bit dramatic to throw a whole meteor at one guy. But don't worry about it. Zhongli, please. Shush. I just want to collect the things. Okay, now, what did that say? Ah, go to the south side. I'm not really sure how I'm running, but you know what? I'll take it. I definitely feel like I should be climbing. Oh, that doesn't go all the way. That doesn't connect. Okay. To the South Harbor it is. Yeah, because I need the little box to carry me up. Okay. I didn't mean to be inside. This door? Yeah, guess that's the only door in here. Ah, up there. How do I get that chest open, though? Hang on. Did it open when I did that? No. I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about that. No, I didn't want that. Leave the bot alone. I fell. Oh, I just fall in here and get that myself. Okay.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Is that all that this was for? Okay, anyways, this is not at all what I was intending to be doing. If I just stand on top of the box? It's impressive that they have them stacked like that. There seem to be things in there. But free money. I didn't think it would let me actually join! Oh, I was supposed to... am I supposed to be in front of you? Is that not where I'm supposed to be? Should I have followed one of the others? Is that it? Okay.
I could get used to this.
Well, that was a silly little sidetrack. Back to trying to get to the top of this. Man, the red lighting from this lift makes your hair look extra ginger. How do I don't know. Oh, telling me to go do Raya's story. Okay. I don't remember where Scare's thing is. Okay. So there I am, back to that. I'm gonna pause, take a bathroom break, go get a snack, all that jazz. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I started to say that before I unmuted my mic, but that's fine. Anyhow, I have peanut butter and crackers now, because I realized I don't have a whole lot in the line of snacks. But that's okay, because it's pumpkin spice peanut butter, and they're like fancy crackers. I picked up the most plain cracker to say that, but like some of them have poppy seeds and pepper. Some of them are graham crackers. Some of them are just crackers. So yeah, I got some variety in my crackers at least.
Stabilize! As one with wind and cloud! Riptide!
Observe. Be silent. Close your eyes to dust.
Yeah! No time to lose. Tidal wave. Za!
I don't actually remember how many of these things I need, but that's fine.
Solidify! The wind knows me. Za! Yeah!
Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
Gather!
Be silent. The night cometh.
Okay, so I still need a bit. I need 16 plus 16. 42 plus 12. 30. No, that's not how that works. I subtracted there. 54?
Stabilize! Clouds high. The birds call! You can run, but you can't hide!
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe.
You're pretty good. Yep.
That is the exact opposite of how I wanted my graham crackers to break. Like, that they're perforated to... They're supposedly perforated. They're not perforating very well, but...
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
In my experience, they're having a tea party.
As one with wind and cloud! Riptide!
Be silent. to dust.
I lost my fucking crosshair.
No time to lose.
Observe.
I just want to look at my menu, man. Okay, let me hop out to look at my menu real quick, because I don't remember what my highest crit is, but... Oh, okay. $255, okay. Which is still a bullshit one, because I got that during a character trial, not anything that I actually had. I'm still mad about it. I don't feel like it should count achievements and, like, damage things and whatnot that you get during trials. Especially because, like, yesterday I was playing Honkai, I got so many achievements just through doing trial things. It was insane.
Solidify!
One with nature.
Close your eyes. Beware the creatures of the night.
Clouds high. The birds come. You can run, but you can't hide.
Quake!
Wrong thing. Well, I suppose right thing, just wrong hold. Shield, please.
Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. Night falls.
And I keep hoping at least one of these types of crackers is going to be good on their own, but they're just really not.
One with nature.
Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my riptide.
I'm too close. I can't see anything. Okay, cool. Kazuha got it. And that's as far as I get, because now I'm out of resin. Wrong thing. Map. Excuse me. I fear I've gone the wrong way. Yeet. Damn, I have a lot of those, apparently. One bonus. All of that, and I got one bonus. Oh. Well, shit. Well, I guess I won't be triple crowning him yet. Well, I have all of your things at least.
This place is pretty dead.
Anyhow.
By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
Let's do focus. Do I need to go back this way and go up the swirly? Yeah. I'm so glad for this sparkly little line. I would never be able to navigate Sumeru without it. I love Sumeru, it's so pretty. I love the characters. I loved the story. But god damn it, it's confusing.
Huh. We haven't been back to the academia in a while. It hasn't changed much, has it? Well, since we've got some time, want to go to the house of Dana? Paimon wants to do some reading!
The look on his face!
You noticed! Well, you're too late. The Paimon you know and love is no more.
This one isn't terrible.
You're looking at Paimon Plus, a new and improved treasure trove of travel know-how. Paimon Plus would like to find some new books to peruse. A gracious traveler like yourself.
It's apparently got vegetables in it.
Right? Come on, this way. Oh, hey! It's Kale and Cyrus. Wonder what's going on. Let's go see. Well, you know what they say? Learning is a lifelong quest. Which means there's always another chance to read a book. But you never know when the next chance to reunite with an old friend will come along. Traveler, Paimon, you're back in Sumeru?
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while. Looking to spend time with some old friends?
Yep. We saw some familiar faces, so we came to say hi.
Ho ho! Excuse you, associating me with that woman.
I don't know who either of the people are.
You should at least mention my tomato growing skills.
I'm sure you have some great tomatoes.
Mad about the howdy part and not the old man part?
You should go meet Auroron. He's got a good garden.
Good spirit, Cyrus. Must mean things are all good here in Sumeru.
Ah, well, it's quite all right. I'm not the type to take offense at that kind of thing.
You definitely are. Anyway, what were you and Colin chatting about just now?
Ah, that. Well, it was quite a spontaneous meeting. I was leaving the sage's office when I spotted Kole in conversation with a Mahamata, and it looked serious. I thought something bad might have happened, so I hurried over as soon as the conversation ended. But as it turns out, our Kole is moving up in the world. The Academia even hired her as a consultant.
Wow! That's incredible!
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Look at that, so humble. Takes after me, she does.
Not at all. Not at all. No, wait. I didn't mean that to sound like I don't think you're humble, Mr. Cyrus, because of course you are. I just, Oh, well, I wouldn't even call myself a consultant. I'm just helping out. Now that the new semester has started, a lot of students and scholars are doing fieldwork for their research. But it can be dangerous for those who don't have a lot of experience in the wild. So, the Academia is planning to establish an agency that provides guidance on outdoor survival and rescue for people who need it.
Oh, Paimon gets it!
So you're gonna work in search and rescue.
Rainforest survival as a representative of the forest rangers.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, when it comes to tips on deciphering mechanisms or defeating monsters, that's for people who are far more senior than me to handle. And speaking of which, since we're short on manpower, the person in charge at the Academia said we're still accepting newcomers. If you're interested, you're welcome to join and share your insights.
Ah, seizing the moment. Well done, Kole. Recruiting someone as capable as the Traveler is a
My
great
cracker
idea.
broke, and not in the spot I was expecting.
Between the four of us, the Academia has set aside a generous amount of funding for this project.
There's the Paimon we all know.
Well, since Collie's thrown her hat in the ring, we should help out too.
Hey, look at that. What do you know? The internet crashed. It's fine. Everything is fine. Just let me back into the game. Now we get to redo that conversation.
Huh. We haven't been back to the Academia in a while. It hasn't changed much, has it? Well, since we've got some time, want to go to the House of Dana? Paimon wants to do some reading!
That face is still so funny. I love when Aether emote.
You're too late! The Paimon you know and love is no more! You're looking at Paimon Plus, a new and improved treasure trove.
Do I have to pay an additional subscription fee?
Paimon Plus would like to find some new books to peruse. A gracious traveler like yourself wouldn't leave her companionless on her quest, right? Come on, this way! Oh hey! It's Kale and Cyrus! Wonder what's going on. Let's go see! Well... You know what they say? Learning is a lifelong quest. Which means there's always another chance to read a book. But you never know when the next chance to reunite with an old friend will come along. Sumeru?
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while. Looking to spend time with some old friends?
Since I said one option the first time, I guess I'll make the other.
Familiar faces, so we came to say hi.
See what he says to this one.
Ha! You must be mistaken. Unless, of course, you mean his project collaborator, because that is far more accurate. Nephis, that old coot, should thank his lucky stars he has me on his team.
Which is something he'd never have the courage to say to his face. Well, Paimon's glad to see you in such good spirits, Cyrus. Must mean things are all good here in Sumeru.
Ah, well, it's quite all right. I'm not the type to take offense at that kind of thing.
You definitely are. Anyway, what were you and Kale chatting about just now?
Ah, that. Well, it was quite a spontaneous meeting. I was leaving the sage's office when I spotted Kole in conversation with a Mahamata, and it looked serious. I thought something bad might have happened, so I hurried over as soon as the conversation ended. But as it turns out, our Kole is moving up in the world. The academia even hired her as a consultant.
Wow, that's incredible! Oh, it's nothing, really.
Look at that, so humble. Takes after me, she does.
Not at all. Not at all. No, wait. I didn't mean that to sound like I don't think you're humble, Mr. Cyrus, because of course you are. I just, Oh, well, I wouldn't even call myself a consultant. I'm just helping out. Now that the new semester has started, a lot of students and scholars are doing fieldwork for their research. But it can be dangerous for those who don't have a lot of experience in the wild. So, the academia is planning to establish an agency that provides guidance on outdoor survival and rescue for people who need it. Oh, Paimon gets it! So, you're here to explain rainforest survival as a representative of the forest rangers. Yeah, pretty much. Of course, when it comes to tips on deciphering mechanisms or defeating monsters, that's for people who are far more senior than me to handle. And speaking of which, since we're short on manpower, the person in charge at the academia said we're still accepting newcomers. If you're interested, you're welcome to join and share your insights.
Ah, seizing the moment. Well done, Kole. Recruiting someone as capable as the Traveler is a great idea. Oh, and just between the four of us, the academia has set aside a generous amount of funding for this project.
Well, since Kale's thrown her hat in the ring, we should help out too. What do you say, Traveler? Great! We're all supposed to meet up in Aru Village later, so I guess we'll regroup there. I was kinda worried, since Master Tainari isn't around to help this time, but now I feel much better. Yeah, even if you don't trust the Academia's eye for talent, you can trust ours for sure.
And mine, of course. I have as good an eye for people as I do for tomatoes.
Well, there you have it. Thanks, everyone. Oh, speaking of Tainari, how are things with him and the others? Good, thanks. All the forest rangers are doing great. Oh, but Master Tainari did mention that Sino and Sethos were heading to Gandharvaville. I'm not sure if it's for work or something else. Huh, knowing them, could just be to play some cards. I'm not sure. Apparently Sethos is bringing someone else with him too. But with my academia commitment, I didn't have time to ask for more details. Huh. Well, now Paimon's curious. Should we go check things out, Traveler? That's true, and I'm sure they've missed you.
Now that is how it should be between friends. Getting together to play cards or enjoy a meal. Yet here I am, stuck with Nephis. who only ever calls to talk about research. Well, I won't delay your reunion any longer. Until next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Cyrus. Take care. Alright, I should probably get going too. See you later, guys. Come find me in Aru Village when you're ready. Looking forward to seeing you shine, Kale.
Nix, it's just my phone cord. Baby. Okay, she figured out she can walk over my charger. Oh, hi.
Yep.
Tainari's place. Tainari's place. Ah! Here it is! Sino! Sethos! Looks like the whole gang's here. Oh, and Layla's here too!
Layla okay? The storm
She doesn't look too good.
almost zapped us.
Ah, Paimon, Traveler. It's good to see you. I'd welcome you like a proper host, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Apologies. No need to look that worried. My observations indicate Miss Layla's condition has improved quite a bit. There's no danger to her mind. She's just fatigued and needs some rest. Excuse me for a moment while I blend some calming incense. I'll let you two explain the situation.
All right.
Hey, mans. One day I'll get Sino.
What happened was, Sethos and a few members of the Temple of Silence rescued Layla, who was out in the desert trapped in a state of delirium.
She had to be rescued? Oh, that sounds bad.
That's all you're gonna say about it, Sino? I mean, we don't want people jumping to conclusions.
That's all I can say about it. The person involved is unable to explain what happened to her, so we're limited in what we know.
Sorry. My head... still dizzy. The moons... Exactly how many are there?
She's been repeating that phrase over and over again, but she can't seem to remember what happened to her.
We tried a few things back at the Temple of Silence, but we couldn't recover her memories. Her symptoms are kind of similar to researchers in the Satyavada life state. So we brought her to Tainari to see if our veteran forest watcher had any other ideas.
Tainari is pretty much our last option, so let's hope he can help.
Well, the good news is, even if restoring her memory is a no-go, we can help with the headache at least. Jer was in a similar state when we found him, delirious and mumbling to himself, but he's more or less back to normal now. Sorry, I should give you some context first, huh? We should let Miss Layla get some rest. Come with me, you two, and I'll introduce you to the other victim of this incident.
Good idea. I'll wait for Tainari here and keep an eye on our patient.
All right then, this way.
Give me more Sayu content. I say as though I don't just watch Sayu's videos all the time.
Who did the Ajalenok not offend? I just don't get it.
Hey, Jer. Still musing about Ajilenok nuts, huh? Want me to have Sino come over and tell some jokes? Might help distract you.
No. No need. I'm done. Oh dear. Another master of puns.
One of Sino's card buddies, actually.
I'm the best TCG player around. That's not true. I'm terrible at it.
Hold on. So, what's the deal with the Ajilenok nuts? Other than the bad Sino jokes.
We'll get to that. But first, introductions are in order. This is Jer, a member of the Temple of Silence. And you remember the Traveler, right, Jer?
Of course. I'd never forget a participant in the Rite of Duels or the hero who saved Sumeru.
Awesome. Could you go over what happened to you one more time, Jer? Our valiant hero is going to help us get to the bottom of this. Might as well join since you're here, am I right? Just hear him out. You're going to want to uncover this mystery once you do. I bet on it.
Well, I was on an expedition in the desert not too long ago, when I got caught in some quicksand. Later, it became obvious it wasn't normal quicksand because instead of sinking to my death, I fell into an undiscovered ruin. In my panic, arms and legs flailing about, I suspect I touched some things I shouldn't have. Because in that brief moment, an enormous amount of information came surging into my mind. I would hesitate to even call it knowledge, because my brain had no capacity to process the information. To use an analogy, it would be like trying to stuff thousands of Ajalenok nuts into a small water skin without it bursting. Sorry again with the Ajalenok nuts, I know.
It's fine. We're getting to that part of the story anyway.
True. Well, just as I was on the verge of madness, a single phrase broke through the storm of thoughts in my head. It was a man's voice saying, "Don't eat Ajalenok nuts."
What?
What's so bad about the nuts?
Hard to believe, but that's what happened. I was saved by the phrase, "Don't eat Ajalenok nuts." I'm not sure. I'm not even certain it was a man's voice. It's hard to remember now that I've been repeating it so much myself. Anyway, the good news is I no longer feel like my head is going to explode. Of course, the bad news is that phrase has been stuck in my head for the past few days.
Wow. But doesn't it have the opposite effect? Like, the more you say don't eat it, the more you want to eat it?
Yes, that's exactly right. Whoever the voice belongs to, I don't know what his deal is with those nuts.
Well, the world's a big place. There's bound to be people who don't like sweet stuff.
I suppose. Strangely enough, I'm starting to think the voice belonged not to a man, but a cat.
A cat? How?
After just dealing with Rerir being in the cat form, that's
just as my mind was reaching its breaking point, I could have sworn I heard the sound of a cat guiding me to exit. But when I came to, all I saw was endless desert, and Sethos shaking me in a desperate attempt to wake me up.
I'll admit, it was pretty terrifying seeing you like that. Staring off into space and mumbling about Ajile knock-nuts.
You sure don't sound terrified.
Sorry. It's not that I don't care. It's just kind of hard for rambling about Ajile knock-nuts to sound menacing. Now, what Layla was saying, on the other hand, that is much creepier. Exactly. The unknown is what breeds fear. Ajile knock-nuts are familiar. But the moon suspended above us at night? That's about as foreign as it gets.
Well, we don't know that for sure. There could be a whole other world inside an Ajile knock-nut, with a moon of its own.
But
Huh. I guess.
Ajile knock-nuts are not to be underestimated.
It's a nut!
Of course. Won't catch me disparaging the mighty Ajile knock-nut. No, sir.
Huh. So, a similar thing happened to Layla then?
Yeah, I think so. I was in a hurry to rescue Jur, so I put a marker on the incident site so we could go back and investigate. When his condition stabilized, we doubled back around to check and... Exactly. Multiple victims with the same symptoms at the same location. It wasn't hard to conclude that something is seriously wrong with that place. So, after we got Layla out of there, I had the Temple of Silence put up a warning sign at the scene and send patrols to watch the area. Speaking of, Sino, Tighnari, and I are going to head back there and investigate once Layla is stable. So, as per usual, you're here just in time. That's for sure. But there's another reason I want Sino and Tighnari involved in this. Because the story doesn't end there. Right, Jer?
Oh, yes. Where was I? The Ajile knock-nuts butted in and I... Right. Yes. The cat. As I followed the cat noises, the voice said something else. So, there are those from Tula who still endure. I thought that was strange, of course, because, well, was the voice referring to me? Records of my ancestry are rather sparse, so I'm not sure if my bloodline even traces back to that place.
Every time I see this name, I just think it says Tuliyoyo, which is Final Fantasy, not Genshin, and it confuses
That's right.
me.
The Temple of Silence's place of origin. And the home of Tighnari's people. Plus, Hermanubis, who Sino and I both share a connection to, was one of the city's founders. As the temple's current leader, if something strange happens in the desert, it's my job to get to the bottom of it. But it turns out, a lot of people have a horse in this race, and I'm not leaving any of them out. See? Knew you'd join. But yeah, that's all we know about Jur's situation. Tighnari should be done on his end. Let's head back and check on Miss Layla.
What did you just say about a wilted flower? Anyway. Layla.
How are you feeling? But don't speak if it's too taxing.
It's fine. I'm much better now, thanks. I feel like I haven't slept in 2 days, so pretty much back to normal.
Whoa. That's your normal?
Traveler, Paimon, I thought I heard your voices earlier. Oh, and, I'm sorry.
Huh? You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I just mean, I think I'm about to disappoint you. My head was kinda muddled earlier, but I still heard your conversation. I know you're trying to figure out what happened to me, and I want to help. But, I really don't remember anything.
Does your head still hurt?
No, I feel fine. The incense you made helped a lot. I'm still hearing those words in my head, but other than that, I'm okay. It's just, all I remember are those words. Everything else is a total blank. One moment I was heading to the stargazing point I'd calculated, and the next, I was on my back in the sand. The same phrase playing over and over again in my mind. How many moons are there in the sky?
Sethos, did your friend Jur suffer from memory loss too?
Not really. His memories are blurry, but there aren't huge gaps like this. He remembers touching something. Someone talking, a voice mentioning Tuletula, and hearing a cat lead him to the exit.
A cat.
Did you hear it too?
Huh? Now that you mention it, I think so. It was so soft. I thought I was imagining things.
Which means, at the very least, what the two of you experienced while escaping the ruin is consistent. A single sentence repeating in your heads, and the faint sound of a cat.
Still not a lot to go off of.
Agreed.
Oh, is your head hurting again, Layla?
No, I was just thinking. Maybe my memories are blank because I was sleepwalking at the time. Sometimes, my friends and classmates tell me about things I don't remember doing, or places I don't remember going. I don't talk about it a lot because, well, I don't even know how it happened. But I don't want my personal circumstances clouding your judgment. So I, just wanted to mention that.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for telling us. But I don't think we need to dwell on that for now. We're gonna check out the site of the incident for ourselves, so that should help us come to our own conclusions.
Okay. Then could I come too? I have to know what happened to me back there.
Curly, you need to rest.
Sure, but on one condition. You need to be in tip-top shape before we head out. If your condition isn't stable enough before then, we'll have to figure out something else.
Of course. No problem.
Well, I'm more concerned about Tainari. You sure you'll be alright in the desert?
You say that like I'll evaporate on first contact with sand or something. Call it curiosity. If this concerns my ancestors, I want to figure out what's going on. Anyway, as long as I take things slow when the sun's out, I should be fine with the right preparation. Besides, it's a good idea to have a doctor on hand in case of emergencies.
So long as our doctor doesn't become the emergency.
Well, if that happens, I suppose I'll just have to rely on the kindness of my entourage to haul me back home.
All right, well, that all sounds good to me. Let's meet in 2 days like we agreed.
When did we say 2 days? Oh.
Jer and I are gonna head back to the Temple of Silence and do some research in the meantime. See you in a couple days.
Sounds good.
What about you, Layla? If you feel like you need more rest, I can arrange a room for you to stay in.
No need. I've asked enough of you,
it is. Besides, I feel a lot better. I should make it back to my dorm, no problem.
You sure? Don't push it too hard, or you might end up sleepwalking along the way.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I have other things I need to do anyway. Like letting my advisor and classmates know that I'm fine, adjusting my stargazing schedule, things like that. If I don't get it all done, I doubt I'll be able to sit still, let alone stay here and get some rest.
I'm not so sure that's... a much better idea. Thank you, Traveler. Of course, if anything starts to feel off, come back for a checkup right away.
You'd better listen to him, Layla, or he'll feed you tasteless slop as a punishment.
Punishment? You're the one who caught a cold. You're supposed to eat light when that happens. Besides, with your nose stuffed up like that, you couldn't taste anything to begin with.
Huh. Is that so? And here I thought it was an in-taste-to-no issue.
Should have seen that coming. You're off the clock, so now it's time for puns, huh?
Oh, brother, not this again.
Don't worry, Paimon. I understand. If you want me to stop, then...
Then?
You'll have to call a plumber. Tell them someone's gotta pipe down.
Oh, this is so stupid.
This is getting more insufferable by the second. Put a sock in it already, please.
Oh god.
Paimon's done with this game. You win, okay? Let's just get out of here. Please.
All right, you stay safe. I'll try to stay sane.
Good luck with that.
Perfect weather for fishing. The sound of the rain scares them away, but once it stops, they're yours for the taking.
I don't recall ever hearing that line before. You fish?
Moons. Azulenak nuts. Moons. Azulenak nuts. Are the moons going... nuts? Oh no! Looks like Paimon's caught the brain bug too! She can't stop thinking about those two things! Oh, Paimon's gotta clear her head. But how? Aha! Got it!
Food.
The cafe over there!
Yep.
Why don't we head over for a quick pick-me-up?
Sorry. I feel kinda tired all of a sudden.
Wait! Is it because of all Paimon's muttering just now? Oh, sorry. The coffee will be Paimon's treat, okay? Hey! You make it sound like Paimon's stingy or something! Huh. Well, she'll just have to show you her true colors. Yeah! Starting now! You sit tight and take care of Layla, Traveler. Paimon's gonna get us some snacks and coffee. Be right back. Don't go anywhere in the meantime.
Where would I ever go without my trusty companion?
She's pushing herself again as always. Saw right through me, huh? I apologize for the sudden emergence, but I didn't have any other options. Well, that's true. So, for our sake and your safety, allow me to fill in the gaps in her memory. That's right.
Layla was already in bad shape, stressing about her new study topic, focusing on the stars instead of her surroundings. By the time she realized the danger she was in, it was too late. Quicksand near the ideal viewing spot? Wasn't expecting that. Looks like Layla's been under a lot of pressure lately. She hasn't been paying attention to her surroundings. But why would quicksand lead to a place like this? Well, all in all, looks like a common desert ruin. Guess there's nothing to do but try to find a way out. Oh, Layla, what have you gotten yourself into this time? I think this door can be opened using the device next to it. Just like I thought. What was that? My head. It hurts. Is Layla waking up? No, that's not it.
Oh, I've been stopped.
It's too much. I don't understand.
Oh, we've got whole blueprints and maps.
The ground is... Where am I? It's spinning.
Oh, I'm not allowed to run. Kitty! Oh.
How many moons are there in the sky? How many moons are there in the sky? Okay, information isn't rushing into my brain anymore. That's good. How many moons are there in the sky? My head hurts. But there are no more dark spots in my vision. And I can see in front of me. Still... How many moons are there in the sky? What's going on? The same thought keeps popping into my head. What does it mean? How many moons are there in the sky? Isn't there just one?
Yeah, unfortunately not.
I think there was one earlier, too. I'm not hearing things. It really is a cat. But what is it doing here? How many moons are there? No! Stop it! Does it want me to follow its cries? Well, it's not like I've got other options. Come on, Layla. You can do this.
Alright, well, my internet seems to be failing me again. So I'm gonna call it there. I really don't know how long I was going, but we'll see. It was at least a few hours. And, you know, I got caught up on MSQ, and that was the goal. But yeah. Anyways. That's all I'm getting, because my internet is being a problem.